but also intriguing. How exactly is the BJP going to explain to its cadre that somebody who was a chief minister is now going to be a deputy CM? We know for a fact that the swearing in for both is going to take place, because we'll just get you pictures of how there are now 3 chairs that have been put up on stage for the swearing in. Initially, interestingly, there were only 2, and a 3rd chair was hurriedly added. What's going on? Rajeev Pandey, spokesperson of BJP, Devendra Pai, political analyst, Vikram Singh Yadav, leader Shiv Sena, Dr. D.K. Giri, political analyst. Devendra Pai, what do you make of this?
I would like to open my statement firstly by appreciating Fadnavis and the BJP, who in the larger interest perhaps sacrificed the chief minister's chair. What I see is what they are trying to do here is finish off Uddhav Thackeray and his legacy and his claim over the Shiv Sena by making Eknath Shinde a true Shiv Sainik who has risen up the ranks and a deserving Shiv Sena leader as the chief minister over a parachuted dynast. They have made a point. We should also be, looking forward in the next 2-3 months. There are municipal elections in 16 plus corporations which are coming up. This might also be a redemption from, what happened in 2019 with Ajit Pawar. And in the last 10 days where BJP and Devendra Fadnavis are being projected by a section as opportunists and power hungry. I think it's all redemption from that. Of course, not to
that
forget...
redemption would be fine, but what do you make of, say, somebody who has voted for Devendra Fadnavis? When the Yuti went to the people in the last election, Devendra Fadnavis was the chief minister. The home minister said it himself, that Devendra Fadnavis मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे. अब वो उप मुख्यमंत्री बन के कैसे काम करेंगे?
I think that despair will be there among the Karyakartas of Bharatiya Janata Party, as well as the people who voted for Devendra Fadnavis. But I'm pretty sure everybody would be happy to see him as the deputy CM rather than, being outside the government, because, Devendra Fadnavis has brought in a new flow of space in development of Maharashtra, especially cities like Mumbai have benefited quite a lot from Devendra Fadnavis. And the cadre understands. Okay. I mean, if Devendra Fadnavis, being a leader, understood that in the larger interest, I should not be the CM and I should give the chair to Eknath Shinde, I think the cadre will also understand.
Okay, this is in the larger interest, but it's quite a statement to make. Let me also bring in Shivani. Live images from inside the Raj Bhavan that you're seeing right now. It's on a lighter note. It's always said that the mark of a politician having arrived is when you start kissing babies. Quite apt then that Eknath Shinde chooses to have a baby cradled in his arms right before he takes oath as the chief minister. Let me quickly cut across to Shivani as well. Shivani, what's happening right now? How long before the oath-taking ceremony starts?
Well, 8 minutes to go, Padmaja, and clearly we can understand and get the feel that there is an oath ceremony, not only of a CM, but of the state that is going to take place. And interestingly, very, very interesting visuals coming inside. We saw earlier that only 1 chair was present too. And later, especially the 3rd chair was also brought in right after the acceptance by Devendra Fadnavis of becoming Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. What we are right now witnessing is Eknath Shinde holding his grandson, his son, Shrikant's son in his hand, and is clicking selfies around with the people out here. Those are supporting him. Those are his supporters. Many, in fact, touching his feet and getting blessings from Eknath Shinde. And right now, all eyes on Eknath Shinde holding his grandson.
All eyes on Eknath Shinde. What is the mood in the BJP camp? And now the former CM is going to be Deputy CM. Over to you, Deepak. I believe you have Dr. Sandeep Dhurve with you. Deepak. All right, like I said, right in the beginning, this seems to be a jinx. Also, remember, it's raining really, really hard in Mumbai. So a lot of communication problems happening there. Dr. D.K. Giri, ultimate sacrifice. Last time we heard something like this when Mrs. Gandhi had decided to give up the Prime Minister's chair. Now you have Devendra Fadnavis, former CM, giving up the CM's chair for a real Shiv Sainik. Dr. Giri.
Individually, he has been a sacrificial lamb, but it is no sacrifice really for the party, because they got what they wanted to topple the government and come back to power. So BJP did that, but individually, Devendra Fadnavis was sacrificed because he shouldn't have accepted actually. But in BJP, you cannot say no to your authority. and there would be no rebellion, no dissent in BJP.
To say about
because they
Eknath Shinde
repress-
being the chief minister, or now your favorite topic of discussion is going to be about how poor, marginalized and sacrificed Devendra Fadnavis is?
No, there is no sacrifice. I said BJP got what it wanted, and I don't know why Devendra Fadnavis accepted it, but as I said, in BJP you cannot say no.
Maybe
If
for
there
the
is
same
directive
reason
from the
that
center-
Uddhavji decided to be chief minister, despite the fact that Eknath Shinde was supposed to be the leader. For the same reason.
BJP, no, Padmaja, you have to see BJP larger game plan. They may talk about Hindutva, but they kill the nearest rival, Shiv Sena. They finished Shiv Sena with this.
So you're agreeing that Shiv Sena is finished?
Eknath Shinde played into BJP's hands. This is the game is over for Shiv Sena. You see, he cannot claim the party. He may remain chief minister.
Okay.
And the party with a truncated party.
All right. So Dr. Giri has analyzed that the Shiv Sena is over. Not us saying it. Dr. Giri's analysis is that Shiv Sena is over. Let me quickly cut across now to my colleague Deepak Bopanna. I believe he has a BJP MLA with him. Over to you, Deepak.
Well, Padmaja, with me is Dr. Sandeep Dhurve. He's an MLA from ADMI. If you could, आप बता सकते हैं अभी बहुत सारी चर्चा हो रही है कि देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी जब प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया उन्होंने बताया कि उनको कैबिनेट में इंक्लूड होने की कोई आशा नहीं है, लेकिन लीडरशिप उनको बताने के बाद अभी वो डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर बनेंगे, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन आ रहा है। क्या आप सहमत हैं इस डिसीजन से?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं केंद्रीय शीर्ष नेतृत्व और देवेंद्र जी ने जो कदम उठाया और एक स्वर्गीय बाला साहब ठाकरे के हिंदुत्व पर आधारित एक सामान्य शिव सैनिक को मुख्यमंत्री खुद न बनते हुए एकनाथ जी शिंदे को मुख्यमंत्री बनाया, इसके लिए मैं केंद्रीय शीर्ष नेतृत्व और देवेंद्र जी का एक बीजेपी का विधायक होने के नाते तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं। और हम कोई पद के लिए लालसा भाजपा वालों में नहीं रहती है, पार्टी के लिए होती है और पार्टी जो तय करेंगी वही होता है। और अब हम देख रहे हैं कि केंद्रीय नेतृत्व ने आदेश दिया है, देवेंद्र जी को विनती की है कि आप महाराष्ट्र के जनता के भला के लिए और हिंदुत्व के लिए आपका मंत्रिमंडल में उप मुख्यमंत्री बनना चाहिए। इसलिए
बातचीत हुई होगी आप और देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी की, तब उन्होंने क्या बताया कि क्या स्ट्रैटेजी था, क्या वो लास्ट मोमेंट पे चेंज हुआ है और इससे कुछ
ना जो भी निर्णय महाराष्ट्र उन्होंने लिए, महाराष्ट्र के जनता के भले के लिए लिए गया निर्णय है। अगर उप मुख्यमंत्री की शपथ लेते हैं पार्टी नेतृत्व के आदेश पर, तो उसका भी हम तहे दिल से स्वागत करेंगे, क्योंकि विदाउट देवेंद्र जी हम नहीं कल्पना कर सकते महाराष्ट्र में। Thank you very much.
Well, that's the word. He's saying that, they are going to go with what the party leadership, wants them to do. And he says that without Fadnavis, they don't see a big future for the BJP and they want him in the thick of things.
All right. They want Devendra Fadnavis. So this is going to be like one of those moments, Rajeev Pandey, where people say we wanted Devendra Fadnavis. So he's decided to take up the position for us. Rajeev Pandey.
Padmaja ji, BJP is a cadre-based party and it's a disciplined party. Its central office says that you do this job, no worker of Bharatiya Janata Party can refuse, because the ultimate object is our ideology. Why this has happened? The whole issue has started. Even Eknath Shinde said this alliance is broken on the issue of Hindutva. You have seen how NCP was running this whole government. One side they were trying to destroy Hindutva and another side they were doing business of corruption. 2 ministers are in jail. And this Shiv Sena government even did not sack Nawab Malik, who has connection with the Dawood Ibrahim gang.
Okay.
That is the charge. So what I'm saying, BJP sees in the larger question for the people of Maharashtra, for the people of this country, we feel that the government, which was run by 3 parties, were detrimental to the interests of the people of
विक्रम सिंह यादव, लोगों के लिए लोगों को पहले रखा, सत्ता को छोड़ करके मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी को स्वाहा कर दिया, को त्याग दिया सिर्फ लोगों की भलाई के लिए, क्योंकि अगर अगाड़ी सरकार चलती तो लोगों का नुकसान होता। विक्रम सिंह,
कौन सा नुकसान था? देखिए, उद्धव जी की सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी तारीफ की थी और जो टॉप के 5 मुख्यमंत्रियों में उनका नाम रहा है, तो ये तो एक कुर्सी का खेल है। कुर्सी के लिए किस प्रकार से षड्यंत्र रचे गए, किस प्रकार से जोर जबरदस्ती करके, ब्लैकमेलिंग करके, और ये सारा कुछ किया है। ये बेमेल का सौदा है, पूरी ज्यादा दिन तक टिकेगा नहीं। बीजेपी को एक ऐसा आदमी चाहिए था जो इसके फ्रेम में फिट बैठ रहा हो, जिसके कंधे पे बंदूक रख करके चलाएं। अब ये ऐसी बंदूक चलाएंगे कि शिंदे का क्या हाल करेंगे, ये आप देख लेना आगे आने वाले टाइम।
क्यों आप कह रहे हैं कि शिवसेना, आप कह रहे हैं कि एकनाथ शिंदे अच्छे नेता नहीं है? आप उनकी इंसल्ट कर रहे हैं। आप कह रहे हैं वो पपेट रहेंगे, रिमोट बनेंगे।
अच्छे नेता है तो अच्छे नेता को पहले शिवसेना ने कहा था कि हम शिवसैनिक को मुख्यमंत्री बनाएंगे। यही
बना दिया ना शिवसैनिक को मुख्यमंत्री।
नहीं
बना दिया ना शिवसैनिक को मुख्यमंत्री।
नहीं, 2019 की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ। शिवसेना ने कहा था किसी शिवसैनिक को मुख्यमंत्री बनाएंगे, हम 2.5 साल बनाते हैं। 2.5 साल का बात हुई थी, इन लोगों ने मना किया। तब अब कौन सा प्यार जाग गया इनके दिल में कि अब ये जो है ना खुद।
बताइए राजीव पांडे, अगर शिवसैनिक को ही बनाना था तो 2019 से बना देते, 2022 में मजबूरी में क्यों बना रहे हैं?
पद्मजा जी 2019 में ये झूठ बोल रहे थे कि 2.5 साल का था। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कहा कि व्हाटएवर वाज डिसाइडेड they went back on their words. It was for Devendra Fadnavis to become CM. BJP said, okay, you run, all three parties run the government. 40 MLAs of Shiv Sena decided to come out of the Shiv Sena because they saw that how Maharashtra was being destroyed.
नहीं बट सर, सवाल ये नहीं है. The question being asked to you is separate. Today you are saying we are honoring Bala Saheb by making a Shiv Sainik the CM. Why didn't you honor him in 2019 by making a Shiv Sainik a CM?
Because at that time Shiv Sena was playing politics. They were lying. I am saying this.
Vikram Singh.
They were saying no, it was decided. It was completely that election was fought under the leadership of
विक्रम सिंह. उस वक्त की परिस्थिति अलग थी और उस वक्त एकनाथ शिंदे नहीं बन रहे थे ना, उस वक्त तो डायनेस्टी बन रही थी.
नहीं तो बीजेपी ने कहना चाहिए था कि हम किसी भी शिव सैनिक को बनाएंगे, शिंदे को बनाएंगे. इनको बोलना चाहिए था कुछ. इन लोगों को आप ये इतना बड़ा दिल दिखा रहे हैं, तब इतना बड़ा दिल दिखाना चाहिए था. एक 30 साल का साथ था और उसके लेकर 2.5 साल अगर बन जाते तो कौन सी बड़ी बात थी. कौन सा इसको इनकी सत्ता, अगर 2.5 साल ये रह जाते बिना सत्ता के तो इनको ऐसा क्या था कि इतनी सत्ता की लालसा थी इनको.
देवेंद्र पाई.